Now then, gents, number 6. Here we are again.
City.
How are we?
City.
Been all right? You been all right, yeah?
Yeah, not
lots,
too bad.
Lots in the world going on. I can't wait. We're fucking on the wind down there to the Easter break, aren't we? Can't wait.
Nearly, boys.
I had during the course of the week, I've had a few messages coming off the back of last week's chat we had with Stevie Brown. Off a few people asking if we can get Steve Burgess onto the show.
Is this the known saddle sniffer? Is it?
Yeah, this is the guy who's been nicknamed the saddle sniffer. Yeah, Pete, I've had a few messages asking to get him on. They want to hear his side of events. They think that we might just be giving him a bad rap. So they're really interested to see his side of events. To be fair,
I think that's good.
Two sides to the story, isn't there? So we've heard Brownie's, so it would be interesting to hear Burgess's as well.
We all know Brownie's full of shit as well, don't we?
Yeah, you got to take it with a pinch of salt, haven't you, really? What he said. Some of it.
Now he's a big one for you then. I also had a call off Wayne Rooney, and he reckons Stevie Brown deserved to get fucking hauled off at half time when he played for the Wolves. He swallowed his whiskey. Look the wrong way, Buns. What don't you believe Wayne Rooney? Don't you believe Wayne Rooney's rang me, Slim? We like this, buddy. What you been doing over the weekend? Much?
Nothing, mate. Just chilling, and yeah, it's just been. I just feel really tired today, mate. I just had a few beers last night, had a few ciders for a change.
Nice.
Just difficult, innit? And work have started getting people back in as well, and they want me to go back in.
Yeah,
that's good.
Are you looking forward to that, mate? And you've been cooped up for so long.
Not really, no. I think I'm just anxious because obviously I've been so used to working from home, and then it's like one of them. It's like, you know, because I'm sort of like at my age, I'm at the back of the queue for the vaccine, aren't I? And it's like going back into the office, and there's loads of people that are in the office now, and it's like I know they keep going on saying, you know, like it's COVID secure and that, but is anything really COVID secure? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, one in 3 people carry it without even knowing about it. So
yeah. No, not the same. You just got to be as careful as you can. We've got to move forward at some point, haven't we?
I can't. So yeah, nothing much. Same old. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I watched over the weekend. Have you boys watched a bit of Netflix, don't you, now and again?
Yeah.
I watched Leaving Neverland, the documentary on the two guys have come forward who said they'd been molested by Michael Jackson. Have you seen that?
I think I did see it when it was on. I'm not sure it was on Channel 4 or 5 a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it says on there the date. I think the date it was brought out in 2019. I think.
Yeah, I think I've seen it, mate. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of it?
It's hard to judge now. I think. Yeah, I couldn't. I'm not. I weren't 100%. To be honest, if what they're saying is true. Yeah,
Sorry, Buns. Go on, mate.
No, I was just saying. It was baffling to me. But some of the things they're saying, that you know they'd only know from being quite close to Michael Jackson. So it's a tricky one. What do you guys reckon?
I think for me it was obviously. I think he's definitely done it.
Yeah.
I think he's I think what's more disturbing now is the people that help facilitate it. Obviously, I won't condone what Michael Jackson's done.
Yeah.
But there's a number of people who are caught up in that. The parents of the kids. I think the staff, the management team that he would have had around him, they would have all been aware that, taking a 7-year-old kid and, putting him with a 30-odd-year-old guy who you don't really know and sharing a bed with him, that's, in what world is that normal? I mean, what was fascinating though is that obviously how he got involved with these people's families. He flattered them. He made them believe he was he was their friends, going around the house, taking them on tour, taking them all around the world, putting them in suites in hotels, private aeroplanes, limos, and all that. And it just shows that people's greed. That they were willing to hand the kids over for a week's stay at Neverland because they thought they were going to get something out of it in terms of financial or whatever. They were willing to give the kids over.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's terrible.
I think it's very, very difficult to make those kind of things up, though. Some of the things that they were saying, it was quite graphic, wasn't it? And
it was the kind of
I really struggled, and at one point I kind of just like switched it off for a second because it was just too much.
Yeah, I think with the two like lads who were on there on the documentary, they obviously they've probably had a lot of chance to talk, and if you like, they were going to be in cahoots with it all, a lot of chance to get the story straight, but it was very consistent. What the both said, what Michael Jackson was into. Yeah, but I'll tell you what was even crazy. You've got all the when he did die, and they had the big funeral. It was almost like a concert and a big party in this massive concert hall. The amount of celebrities and that who were there, and that's it's like Prince Andrew was another one, weren't it? It just seems like it's so deep rooted. And there's that many people willing to facilitate that kind of thing going on. It blows my mind, to be fair. And like you said, Slib, it was a bit uncomfortable to listen to and watch these guys kind of pour their heart out.
Yeah.
I mean, also really difficult to hear.
So some of the stuff they were saying,
behind it, because there's people out there that wasn't know whether they were. You've got like staff, haven't you? Staff members in the hotels and stuff. And, like for them to sort of make that up, someone would come forward, wouldn't they? And say, hold on a second, that's not true. Like the whole sort of like going into the hotel room and stuff and sharing the bed and things like that. Like if it wasn't true, then I don't know. I think someone would. There's bound to be someone that's going to come forward and maybe say something. And I don't know. It's just really strange. And I personally think that he has done it.
I'm not like a psychologist or anything, but obviously it's well documented on his background and how he was abused as a child and things, and maybe psychologically he never developed. I don't know, but he would have known right from wrong. I felt sad watching it all. To be fair, sick at times. I think the part of it what got me angry was listening to the parents, the moms, saying that when he died, it felt I don't think it was both of them. There was one of them who said it felt like they'd lost a family member, and it's almost like they were trying to comfort themselves, knowing that they'd handed their kids over to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a bit
By the time as well, he did everything in his power to keep them separated, didn't he? The parents and the child. Yeah,
well, what they said, how he gone about it, Slim. It was initially when it was kind of just. I suppose it was all the ruse, weren't it, to make them think that he really cared, and and all the rest of it. That, you know, when they first started going like on tour with him, the family, the hotel rooms will be right next door to each other, and as that progressed, the hotel rooms were getting further and further apart to where it ended up where they weren't even on the same floor. And then Michael's entourage were saying the suites weren't available next door to each other, and that's what I mean. Like the facilitation of it all. There's just more than Michael Jackson to blame. There's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
But then for someone for such a high profile sort of celebrity, not being able to get a room next door would be, I don't know. I'm sure if they pulled a few strings, they could just make it happen, wouldn't they? He's such a high profile person.
Global superstar.
It wouldn't be a problem, would it?
No.
Well, he's labelled the king of pop, isn't he? You know, wherever Michael Jackson would have booked into a hotel, they'd have just taken the floor, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, iconic musician.
So, very sad, guys. But on a more positive note, Buns, you're going to tell us there's a few people who've made a fortune out there now, aren't you?
Wow. Well,
I'll tell you what, we're gonna sack this Buncey bets off because it's not doing any good for anyone, is it? There's probably loads of people out there with loads of debt now.
You know what, lads? This week we were so close, so close.
Not good enough.
I mean, we had 4 teams. We had Denmark to beat Israel, Albania to beat Andorra, Romania to beat I can't remember who it was now, Macedonia, and then 3 all come in, and we were just waiting on Poland, and Poland drew 3-3. So it's really so close. And obviously with the mess up I had a couple of weeks ago, boys, with the Arsenal and Spurs, where Premier League didn't inform me about the fixtures and changed them. They're letting us know. We was going to do a giveaway. If they won. They both lost. What a shame. But this week, boys, keeping it nice and simple. A 4-1, little treble. Fingers crossed. We're going for Watford to beat Sheffield Wednesday, Leeds to beat Sheffield United, Cardiff to beat Nottingham Forest. And they all are playing on Saturday. I tell you, they are definitely playing on Saturday. So please gamble responsibly and bet little, win big, and let's try and get one over the line. Positive vibes.
I love his little slogan.
Yeah, that's definitely when the merch comes out. That's definitely the branding. I think, Slim.
Yeah,
that little win big.
I think when one comes, yeah. When one comes, lads, I think they'll all come. It'll be like a train. We'll have a win every week.
I hope so, mate. I hope so. So the people are indebted up to their eyeballs.
I know. But it's just a weird end to the season. I mean, I'm not making excuses, but it's so hit and miss. It really is. But I'll tell you what's not hit and miss. Some of the questions you've had in this week, Dave, on Dear Dave.
Yeah.
There's some belters.
Plenty coming in still.
Yeah, I mean, some of the things we have. I mean, we can't read them all out, but I'll start off with one I got this week, Dave. It's a really interesting one. This one. Dear Dave, I have this week read an article of a dwarf vicar who was unfortunately choked to death on midget gems. This happened at a comic relief eating challenge. What the hell? Who's at fault here? Please help. and by the way, that is from Robert Steiner, and he's becoming quite of a frequent customer on Dear Dave. He's got a lot of problems and issues, but this week is just,
he's given us some really good questions, really good dilemmas. But I think this is a belting one for you, Dave. Being health and safety executive.
Is this straight up that a dwarf's died eating midget gems?
Apparently so.
I mean, I'm laughing, but is it serious?
Yeah.
So who's at fault? I think the organisers of the event have come up a little short here.
Literally.
It seems like, Rob, you're looking to proportion blame somewhere. I think you've just got to be the bigger person in this situation. Move on. Well, not much meat on the bones there, but I'm struggling to know if that's real or not.
You know what, mate? I'm telling you now, I'm never eating a midget gem again after reading this article.
I didn't even know you could still get midget gems.
It must be on an import, I'm guessing. You don't really get them anymore, but yeah.
An import.
Maybe you should have had something smaller.
Hey.
The midget gems were too big.
Maybe I should have cut them in half. Oh man.
I've actually got one that's coming as well. This person wants to remain anonymous, but they're asking on behalf of someone else. So basically, this person's messaging and said that a neighbour's got a massive boil on her arse. Obviously, she can't reach it to squeeze it, so the basically just said, "What are your thoughts? Any ideas what to do?"
I've actually had some experience in this. Not squeezing boils, but getting into the hard to reach part. When you know what it's like, chaps. You know when you're looking to manscape. I've often used a mirror on the floor and squatted over it. I've been able to get the right purchase then. Get a clear line of sight.
I'll tell you what, I can't.
The right purchase for your oil.
What I'm imagining now is terrible. Oh.
Do you catch your arsehole winking at you?
Rat's nose. Well, I hope their advice helps anyway, Buns.
Yeah, no, it's a tricky one, but yeah, hopefully.
There's a lot coming in that's anonymous lately, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like to stay anonymous now, and I think, to be fair, we're true to the word. If you want to stay anonymous, you can.
It's getting real Sunday sport.
Yeah, it really is. Some of the questions coming in, I mean, we have all sorts, literally. But keep sending them in, please, on Messenger and Facebook, Twitter. He's here to help. So you send him in your questions, please, and yeah, keep them coming in.
Well, people need to know is that I don't see these questions, chaps, do I? Before you just reading them out, and you kind of catch it off the hook here. So you throw me one out of left field about a midget choking to death on little wine gums or wherever they are. It's a little bit. It throws me a bit off. Hey, up, Vinny.
I want to tell you. It's time to get in the bed.
Yeah, go to bed then.
Then you need to get in more
I
bed.
will. Good night, son.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Dad, what is this?
It's Buncey and Slimmy.
Hello, Vinny.
You say hello.
Hello, Vinny.
I called really red green.
I say see you later.
See you later.
See you, Vinny. I bet he's tired after being on the shovel all weekend. Poor lad.
Well, he's lucky he weren't on the barra. So, but yeah, no. Hey, come on, go now.
It's all about, isn't it? Lads to dads.
That's it. That's it.
Bless them.
That's it.
I've got a few things that I've. Do you know when you just like? I tend to. I think it's because now I'm in lockdown. I seem to be reading the news a lot more. But I've just found like some bizarre things that have gone on this week. I found it's like basically she's a millionaire, but she's proper like frugal. So she's a tight ass.
Right.
And
is she single?
She refuses. She made a fortune through like property and stuff, but
Right.
like she literally refuses to like flush the chain and everything. So she like pisses in a pot.
What?
Like she goes like rifling through people's bins and skips and everything to like find things like useful things. And this is like a millionaire like woman. Do you know what I mean? She's got like a massive house and everything, but she puts like timers on like all her electrical items and stuff, like so it goes off. So she doesn't.
Sounds like my
waste
sister
electricity.
does. Quite a little fucking coat of glass.
Do you know what she does as well? Like to save on food as well. Yeah, honestly, she eats cat food.
No.
Yeah, cat food.
Her favourite one is chicken and tuna in light gravy.
Cat food.
I can't believe it.
Oh my god! I'd rather have the dry food than the tin stuff. Bloody hell!
And she even admitted to giving it to her guests as well.
Again, bloody hell!
It's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
No, I mean, yeah, it sounded like my sister, but even she ain't that tight. She at least get a cup of tea and a few biscuits. You know what I mean?
Or is it a is it a cat biscuit, Dave?
Yeah.
Does it taste funny when you go around?
Another story. A priest, right, has been caught having a threesome with two actual porn stars. Honestly, he's been caught having a threesome with these two porn stars, and basically like on like an altar, like so. A proper set and everything. There was lights. There was like an iPhone on a tripod. There was like sex toys.
That's what Holy Communion means to me, Slim. It means more than slipping someone just a wafer.
but obviously obviously like the head sort of priest or whatever. Absolutely, like he was like obscene behaviour, absolutely deplorable behaviour, for like desecrating an altar. His actions were demonic. Absolutely infuriated, and he literally, once he found out, he said he went and burnt the altar the next day.
Dear.
Jesus Christ! Literally.
Wonder what the name of the porno was.
Only God can judge him.
The church weren't in Tampa, was he?
Oh yeah. Didn't have gherkin round, did they?
Like, do you know when you're just reading it and you're just like, what the hell's going on? Like, full on like porn stars and like a proper like set and everything in a church.
Well, this is what I mean. Some of these things, what you see now, I don't know whether it's like terrible behaviour. I mean, to me, it shows a lot of creativity and imagination. Do you know what I mean? You might not be too happy, like if you've got to get your kid christened there, but.
I hope he closed the doors and put out of order or something, or out of office or something. You know, I don't know.
Just see something floating in the font.
Then when you're just completely like gobsmacked, like you just, is this real? But it's genuine, like it's genuine news.
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy.
Where's the weirdest place you've done it, Bunce? Obviously, before you had the issues downstairs.
I keep telling you, mate. There's no problems here, mate. There's
in a bed. It's the weirdest place he's done it.
Oh, the weirdest place. That's a good question.
On the beacon.
Flashing his headlights.
Just shining the torch off the top of his head.
No, I honestly don't know. Put me on the spot there, lads.
He doesn't say slim, does he? It's something really seedy.
I don't know what you and I are into, mate, but I don't want to know, to be fair.
Mate, I tell you what, she's.
How about you, Slim?
I'm not going to incriminate myself, mate. I'm saying. Right back at you, mate. What about you, Dave?
Neverland.
Never ever land. Oh no. Oh. Oh, dear.
You just not bothered to come out, Dave.
I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested in making money from Netflix and all that carry on. I'm a behind the scenes type of guy.
It's in the past.
Yeah. Oh, I've got to give myself a stitch.
So then, lads, last week, Joshua and Fury they've signed the contracts, which I'm absolutely buzzing, lads, about that. Hopefully they'll announce the date soon and the venue. Just want to know your thoughts. Who you fancies for winning that fight?
Oh, I think
tough to call.
I think a few years ago, I think I'd have said, probably, I thought at the time, you know, when Joshua was undefeated, I thought Joshua was going to clean everyone out.
Yeah.
But then he obviously lost to Ruiz. Fucking Tyson absolutely battered Wilder twice.
Yeah.
And it completely changed my opinion. I thought I think Tyson Fury will really take some beating.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the way it's going now, Tyson Fury just a beast. You know, with what he's been through mentally and physically, losing all that weight, being on suicide watch and stuff, and just literally, yeah, he really has turned his career around. I do fancy him. I do fancy him to win. What do you reckon, Slim?
Yeah, same. I don't know. I've kind of got off Joshua a little bit now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's got a bit of a glass jaw, hasn't he? Joshua.
I don't buy into that. You know, all these glass jaws. You look at the size of the guys that are pinging you. They're like 18 to 20 plus stone, aren't they?
Yeah. That's it.
I think you get a whack off someone that big, you're gonna fucking get knocked out, aren't you? Surely.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the UFC last night? Francis Ngannou and Stipe Miocic. That was for the heavyweight title, and he fucking laid him clean out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Ngannou. He'd already lost to Stipe a couple of years back, and he beat Stipe Miocic last night. But it was like devastating. I'm not sure, don't quote me, but I'm sure he's got the hardest punch in sport at the minute.
Really?
Something like the equivalent of being hit by like a Ford Fiesta at 40 mile an hour or something daft.
Pretty hell.
They've got like this sports science technology lab over there. I think it's called the UFC Institute, where they can gauge all that stuff. And they had him in there. throwing shots at like the bags and stuff, and they can calculate it, and it was phenomenal. It was crazy. It was somewhat harder than somebody bringing like a 16-pound sledgehammer down over the top of the head and hitting a tyre. How hard he hit you. It was crazy.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Yeah. He's from Cameroon. He used to work in like a sand mine when he was a little boy. He's like a genetic freak.
Good, yeah.
So I'll tell you what we've he's off again. He's off again, Slim. He's got the phone out with a stopwatch. He's I suppose in that instance then we better give a shout out to the guy in France. We've had some guys listening and downloading the podcast in France. So
Oui.
Thank
you. Appreciate it.
Give a shout out to the boys down in Australia, the guys down under. Good day.
Yeah, good day, lads.
Thank you.
I can't wait so I can give you boys a shout out down under, to be fair. Is there any updates anyway, lads? How are you getting on?
What?
No problem.
With what?
Down under. How are you getting on?
Really feel comfortable sharing it with like the whole world, to be honest with you.
Right, so there's still no movement from you then, Slim.
I'm fine, mate. I've got no issues.
Yeah,
fine.
it's like a walks down there.
I want to give a shout out to my friend who I worked with many years ago, Steve Farina. He's out in Melbourne. He got in touch this week.
Yeah,
it was nice to hear off him, and I hope I'm sure he's doing well down there. I hadn't spoken to him for a couple of years, so it's nice to hear off him. So shout out, Steve. Good to hear off you.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we better wrap it up, Slim, haven't we? Because you know what he's like. He'll be texting on the WhatsApp group.
Look, he gets really excited, doesn't he?
Very animated. Very animated.
We're into injury time here, lads.
Right. Chaps, I'll bid you farewell. It's always good to catch up with you.
Absolute pleasure again, boys, as always.
Yeah, thank you, lads.
See you next week.
Yeah, catch up with you next week, guys. See you later.
Take it easy, boys.
Bye bye.
Everyone, thanks for listening.
Bye bye.